All right, final thing here, Shane. Let's kick it on down real quick to Arkansas, where again, not a lot of people are going to sit around and talk special teams on a podcast like this, but Arkansas's got one of the better ones in the SEC when it comes to special teams coordinator in Scott Fountain, who most know this, but maybe some don't. He was the special teams coordinator down there at Auburn during the Kick Six. So, I mean, this guy's been in the SEC a long time, and that's one thing where Arkansas, for all the strides we saw last year, I think overall the special teams, I mean, at times they were just dreadful. And he talks about, he's not making excuses or anything, but he just, really pointed to the COVID year and how that, affected the special teams coaches across the country. And then, much like Sam Pittman, people probably, this is going to be the most talked about kicker we've ever had on this show. But Razorback freshman Cam Little, it sounds like Arkansas got themselves a big-time kicker now.
I guess not just Arkansas, but even nationally. How much did the COVID kind of affect the weekly disruption special teams play overall? And does it make you all more prepared in case this Delta variant, crops up this fall?
I mean, I think we're more prepared with any kind of protocol they come to. But last year, it was kind of my world. We're getting tested on Sunday, I believe, Tuesday and Thursday. So, I might find out on Monday I lose a guy. I might find out on Wednesday I lose a guy. But, I mean, you can imagine preparing all week, and then Friday they come in and tell us 6 guys are out. So, like last year, I believe it was an Auburn game. We lost about 8 guys, and it was really tough. So, we're going to that game, and I have a third team, probably fourth team guy that I've worked some at third team that's starting in the game. And those things are tough, but it's also tough for the defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator. But for me, if they lose a guy or two on defense or offense, well, that guy I had on teams, I might have lost him on a team because he's got to now play more offense or defense. So there's a little more goes into it on my end. But the protocol of it and the testing and all that, I mean, and the Delta variant, you worry about it, and hopefully they'll get all that under control, but it's different, from anything we've ever done before.
Hey, Sam told us last week that Cam made I think 57-yarder pressure kick that would have been good from 65. So you mentioned today there was a pressure kick. Who was the kicker, the length, and all that. You said it was good, right?
It was good, but it was good. That particular kick, well, it was Cam a little at the time in that situation, but. And when Pittman gets ready to call what we call a tour last second or put it down somewhere and kick it, it's whoever's up in the order at the time. He doesn't really know. He's just going to say, hey, let's make the field goal. And it just happened to be Cam was up first that day. Cam was actually up last today in the rotation, but that's when it occurred. Oh, okay. So that's kind of how it rolls. And what we're going to try to do here in a week to 10 days is kind of settle in on who the guy is. Matthew?
All right, Shane. So, I mean, again, this is if Arkansas, the big reason why I wanted to play these clips from Scott Fountain was just, I'm not saying anything Arkansas fans don't know, but the special teams were, really bad last year for the most part. And they're going to be in so many games, just like they were last year, that it's going to be a one-score game. Yeah. And more often than not, the Razorbacks are going to be going up in these games against teams that may have better overall talent. And the only chance you're going to have in games like these are if your special teams is a strength, because if they're holding your team back, that's not going to give the Razorbacks many opportunities to pull off some upsets like I think they will this year. So I just think that with Scott Fountain, now we got a kicker in place. We got the pieces there building in Fayetteville to where the special teams can go from a liability to a strength of Sam Pittman's program.
Yeah, just think about where we started, man. And now we're fine-tuning this thing and worried about kickers. Sound like Alabama now.
Exactly. But, hey, that's all I got on this episode, Shane. I do appreciate you hopping on the line. And you got anything else before we hop off here?
No, man. I mean, 2 weeks away, we're going to have some college football. So I'm ready for that. And I don't know, man. Now that you mentioned how fast the offseason has got, now I feel like this last 2 weeks is going to drag out. So I just want my guys to get bubble wrapped so they don't get hurt. And I'm looking forward to some kick-ass football this year, baby.
Absolutely. And of course, if you made it this far, give us that 5-star written review on the Apple Podcast app. That really helps the show grow, and we give you a free beer koozie just for doing that. Just reach out to us at That SEC Podcast at gmail.com and follow us now on YouTube. We're really growing that thing, so that's just been so much fun spending my time building that thing up. But that's going to do it. That's all I got. I'll catch you on the next one, Shane.
All right. See you guys. Go Vols.